Hey guys, and welcome to the Lazy Lemon Creations podcast. I'm your host, Lindsay, and today we're going to get into everything that I've been up to for the past month. So you can find me on Instagram as Lazy Lemon Creations, and you can find me on Ravelry as Lazy Lemon. I live in the heart of the New River Valley with my husband and our 2 children, and this is my podcast all about my knitting, crochet, and cross-stitch crafts that I get into, which it's just knitting here recently, and it's probably going to be knitting until October. Then I'll get back into some crochet when the weather cools down, because I don't want to crochet in 98 degree weather. It's just not what I want to do. So let's go ahead and dive into everything, and it is not as packed as I would expect to have taken a month off. So the episode's a little light today, I hope. We'll see. And let's dive right in. So the first thing up is FOs. And I've only actually finished 3. I have finished 3 items since the last recording. So bear with me. I'm going to grab my sock blockers here. And I'm going to grab the socks that I finished here. Last episode, this was a half-finished object because I had one done, but I hadn't finished the other one. Now I have them both finished, so I'm going to show you. They are zebra yarns in the color Pumpkin Slime. There they are, both of them done. Look at them, they're so pretty. Orange and black are my color. I love them. It was for 4th of July, she does the zebra yarns 4-day cow, to where you're supposed to knit a pair of socks in the 4 days. And I had started these on the 1st of July, but I had not finished these on the 1st. I was behind, and that's okay. Life happens, and I just didn't finish them on the 4th of July. I actually finished these on the 19th of July. But they're finished, and I'm happy with them. I love them so much. I knit them on my ChiaoGoo red lace 32-inch cables, 64 stitches, 2x2 rib. For the cuff, it's a 20 rows. I typically do a 30 row leg before I start my heel flap and gusset, and then I do the rest of my foot. I do magic loop socks. I do them on a 1.5 needle, which is a 2.5 millimeter for ChiaoGoo, and that's just the sock recipe that works for me. I love these. I'm going to set these down, so hold on a second. Okay, 1 second, guys. I believe... Okay, I do. This FO, I actually forgot that I also finished them, and I don't know if I wrote them down in my notebook, but these socks are by Paper Crane Yarns in the colorway Unicorns with an exclamation point, and they were wonderful to knit up. Oh my gosh, let's see if I can get that. Oop, gonna drop the sock here. Purples, pinks, greens, blues, and a little bit of yellows are in this sock. A little bit of color pulling right there because I used the full skein for heels, toes, cuffs, everything. And I do have both socks here. I just didn't put the other one on the blocker. But these were my Paper Crane socks, and I loved them. I know I started those for Sock Week this year. So I want to say that I started those on the 10th. Yes, and I finished those on the 30th. So I did not say. Today is August the 8th, and this is episode 7. And hopefully this podcast goes up before the 10th of August. So hopefully you're not too far behind in watching as when I actually recorded. So fingers crossed, we'll get to it. So yeah, I had the Zebra Yarns socks finished since the last episode, and those Paper Crane Yarn socks finished since the last episode. And then one more FO that I have finished, but I have not woven in my ends, so I don't want to hear it. I will get to it eventually. It's just not been something I've wanted to do for the past day and a half, and you'll find out why later. You can already kind of hear my voice isn't 100% here. But if I didn't podcast tonight, I should say, because it's already 10:30 at night, I wasn't going to get to podcast. And so I put on my big girl panties and I decided to do it. See, there's my ends. It is my Harry Potter Advent in the colorway Dudley Demented. There we go. Gray, purples, and blacks, and blue speckles in there as well. I am using a 2021 Harry Potter Advent, the Christmas Advent, Year 5 at Hogwarts. It's a 20 gram mini that I knit up, and I use a contrast heel, toe, and cuff by by Yarn Cafe Creations in the colorway Gothic Smoke, I want to say is the color that I use. But Yarn Cafe Creations and Dragon Horde Yarn collaborate with that, and they each dye up half of the 24 minis, and that is what they do for an Advent each year at Christmas. And I didn't know what to do with my Advent, and so I decided to make socks out of it. And so this is the sock that I have done. I only have 3 or 4 left to do, and then this entire project's done. And when it is done, I will have 24 individual socks, so I can make 12 mix-matched pairs of socks with that Advent. And it's really bringing me joy, but I'm really kind of hoping I can finish it by the end of August. We shall see. I'm not really sure how that's going to go, though. Please forgive me. I do need a drink of water, and so if you've got your beverage, go ahead and take a sip as well. Also, I don't like it when people drink on screen when I can hear it and stuff like that, so hopefully you guys didn't hear that, and sorry for the lipstick on the straw. But look at my lemon cup. Isn't it cute? It's going to focus. It's just water. Of course it's lemons because that's my last name, and I'm going to live up to that, so woot. But that's it for FOs, and I feel like I blew through those. So those were the 3 FOs that I had, and I wanted to let you know that I will have Ravelry pages linked down below. So the socks that I talk about and everything like that, you can find them down below. But they're all on a Chalgu needle. They're all 64 stitches, 20 row cuff, 2x2 rib, typically a 30 row leg, magic loop knitted. And that's it. That's my recipe. And it's plain Jane, and I like it, and it fits me, and I enjoy it. So the next thing, let's go ahead and talk about some whips that I have. One that's been a whip for a while, and it's going to continue to be a whip. It is in this bag by Kelly E. McD on Instagram. It's super cute. Let's see if it's going to focus. There it is. Rainbow swirls. It is a Musselburgh or Musselboro. What is in there? I don't know. Here it is. I really don't know what my progress was since the last time I podcasted, but there's my color stripes. I love them. The yarn is Knit Picks Felici. Oh, I don't know what I did to that label. My bad. Knit Picks Felici in Bookshop. I don't know if it's actually going to focus at all on that, but it's a 75-25 yarn, and I love it. I love it. I love Felici for hats, and I have a little progress keeper on here. He's a little owl. His name is Earl. He is from, there you go, I hope he focuses correctly. He is from Twin Mountain Handcrafts. There he is. And his name's Earl because he looks at you very judgmental. With a very judgmental look. But I'm doing this also magic loop on Chalgu needles. I think these are 2.5s. No, it's a 2. It's a 2.75. There we go. Millimeter needle. And that's my Musselburgh. It's still a work in progress. It's going to be a work in progress for a while. School's getting ready to start back up, so it's going to become my car knitting. So yeah, that project's going to be a whip, and I'm happy with it. It can be on the needles for as long as it wants to be on the needles. I am not in desperate need to get those needles free, and that whip brings me joy when I need it to, because it's very vanilla knitting, and when I just need some vanilla knitting and to take my mind off things, that's what I pull out. So you would think I would have more progress on it, but I don't, and that's okay. God, my cheeks are really flushed, guys, and I really apologize, but I'll get to that in life and everything. So then the next and only other whip that I have is in my Harry Potter bag by Ginger Snap Fibers. Yeah, her little tag is right there. This was probably one of the first bags that she made. I'm not sure. But it is a drawstring bag, so it can draw closed with a little handle I really like. And inside it is my Harry Potter Advent that I'm working on right now. And I am working on... I am literally in the middle of my heel flap. Let's see if I can show you guys that. Yeah, I am literally in the middle of my heel flap right now. But that is the colorway that I'm working on right now. And it is called, I've got the label right here, Madame Puttyfoot's Tea Shop. And so right there is the yarn. Greens, purples, pinks, a little bit of teal that pops in through there for that yarn. So I'm working on the heel flap, and I'm hoping to get that done soon. That Harry Potter whip has been a very long whip, and I'm excited to be working on it, but I'm also ready to conclude that whip. So that I have been working on for a while. That is also 64 stitches magic loop, 20 row cuff, that's 2x2 rib, and a 30 row leg with a 20 gram mini. The only other thing that I have, okay, yeah, that's it for FOs and whips. So now I'm going to get into some future cast-ons. So let's jump into that together. And so in my yarny goodness that came from Amie of Happy Little Yarn, I'll show you the bag here in just a little bit. I received this from Cuddle Bums. It is the cutest. It's called Birthday Rainbows. Now let me back it up here so it can... It is 20 5-gram minis, all braided up together in the most beautiful braid. It's a rope of yarn, and you can just really, I don't know what you can do with it, but it's a rope of yarn. Me and Amie of Happy Little Yarn and Lisa of 72 Stitches have been messaging each other because all three of us have the exact same yarn. And we've been going back and forth on what did we want to do with it. Did we want to do something together? Did we want to just make something and see where it went? And I had the idea, I wanted to make one since Lisa did her Star Wars cow. But again, I'm not really a scrappy person, so I didn't want to do it with a whole bunch of scrap yarn. So I thought, let's do a litmus cow. If I can find a photo, I will insert it here. It's a free pattern on Ravelry, and we are going to do it 3 different ways. I am going to take my Cuddle Bums, and I am going to pair it with black. And so I am going to do my cow with my Cuddle Bums yarn and Knit Picks Felici in this black midnight color. Lisa from 72 Stitches is going to be taking her Cuddle Bum yarn, and she is going to be using a gray, I believe, I know it's from Knit Picks. I'm not sure if she chose ash or dove heather or cobblestone heather. I'm not sure which one she picked yet, but she is going to be doing it with a gray yarn. And then Amie from Happy Little Yarn is going to be using a white from Knit Picks as well. So we're all using the same yarn, making the same cow, but we're doing it in 3 different shades, and I am so excited for that. I cannot wait to see what that's going to look like when we all work on those together. It won't be for a little while because I want to finish my Harry Potter Advent, and I believe Lisa wants to finish hers too before we start that. I'm sorry. So hopefully we'll be able to start those soon. But that is for a future cast on, and I am so excited. I think it's going to be absolutely gorgeous, and I cannot wait to see it in full bloom. And so the next thing is the stuff that Amie gifted me. Well, no, she didn't gift it to me. I bought it from her. I purchased this yarn from 3 by the Sea Designs. It is called Get Happy, and it is the brightest yellow. It's kind of looking highlighter yellow on there, but it is actually a true like lemon yellow. It has a little bit of orange speckles on it. Not a lot. There's not a lot, but there's a little bit of orange speckling to it. But it is the brightest yellow yarn. It is the perfect lemon color. It makes me so happy. And I had to have yellow yarn to go with my yellow lemon project bag from Happy Little Yarn. Look. This thing is huge. I think this is her medium size. And it's the lemons, and she did a purple rope because I asked her if she could customize it and make it purple. My husband's favorite color is purple, and I just think yellow and purple go so well together. And I have this yellow yarn, and I already have the needles and the notions already in this bag, ready to become socks. I don't know when I'm going to get to this. Soon, I hope, but it's to be casted on. I'm so excited, and I cannot wait to see how it works up. The next thing that I got from Amie, sorry Amie, I got a lot of stuff from you, and actually I'm not sorry, so hey Amie, look, I got a lot of stuff from you. Was I pre-ordered the pumpkin spice bag. Look at it. This orange is my favorite. Like, orange is my favorite color. Yellow is my theme because of lemons and my name and everything like that. But orange is my favorite color. Fall is my favorite holiday. It's its whole season. It's its whole holiday. Like, I am all for it. Bring it on. And so I pre-ordered this bag, and so when it came, that's what Amie sent my Cuddle Bums yarn with too, and so it made me really happy to open that package. And then I went on a dive and did some naughty purchasing, and I blame Kay of the Crazy Sock Lady because she purchased some Nanette Wakes Studio yarn, and I really liked what she picked out, but I wanted to go and see what they had, and the shop was having a sale, and this is 115 grams, like it says so on the label, that it is 115 grams, okay? It's called Brown Bear. It's a great brown. It's even got some light brown and gray in there as well. But this was on sale, and I want to say I got this for like $18, which is a great deal on yarn. And then I didn't stop at one, because why would you? I got two from Nanette Wake Studios, and this one is called Prune Hill. And this one has that same deep, rich brown in it. But it also has the purple, the pink fading back here into it as well. And I'm just really excited to see. Ooh, there's some blue in here too. If I open it up deeply, there's some blue down in there. So I'm really excited to see what these two become. I'm thinking, I'm not sure. The brown in here, they do complement each other a lot. I'm wondering if I should do like heels, toes, and cuffs and then the body, and then heels, toes, and cuffs and the body, or if I should just do the whole sock in the yarn, because I'm gonna have plenty. So I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking about just doing the whole sock, and then I can have quite a few socks. So that was my other purchase. And then the one that I got in trouble for, my husband has put me on a ban of purchases, so I can't buy any more until September. So I'm in timeout, and that's okay. It happens. But y'all know I love Ginger Snap Fibers. Y'all know I love her bags. She posted her Halloween fabric, and my heart melted, okay? It nearly leapt out of my chest. My heart just, it's what made the purchase. My heart made the purchase, not my head. And so she had shown all of her Halloween fabric out on a table and stuff like that. And I decided to message her, and I was just like, could you do a custom bag? Could you do 2 different fabrics in a new design? And she goes, we can definitely try. So I wanted, when you order, just a second. This is a Ginger Snap Fiber bag. When you order one of her bags, a lot of the times it will also come with like a yarn cozy, a little yarn bucket. Okay, so your whole 100-gram skein of yarn fits into this, and it stays in your bag to help your yarn from bouncing around and everything like that. And I said, how big can you make one of those yarn cozies? Like, how big can you make it? And she goes, I'm willing to try. So we did a custom order. Look at this. Look at this. Look at these rainbow pumpkins and bats. It's freaking bats. I love Halloween. I love it so much. The colors are just epic. And so I was just like, if you can do that, I want it. I want that yarn as a bucket design. And I said, but I don't want to stop there. And she goes, okay. I said, I want this as my inside. And so it's also pumpkins and bats, but it's pink and blue and purple. Look! Guys, I cannot get over this bag. And so it is a reversible bag. Okay, the handles on the outside make it reversible. The only thing is when you reverse it to this side, just because of how she has to stitch it, you have a seam right here. That's it. Other than that, this bag is 100% reversible. And so I have my dark Halloween and my light Halloween. Look at that. Look, I am in love with this bag. I am in love with it. Mary outdid herself. Right there is her logo. Come on, camera, you're gonna focus today. Ginger Snap Fibers. I will totally have her shop link down below, along with Amy's and Cuddle Bums and who else did I talk about today? Kelly McD. Yeah, no. This got me in trouble. It was a custom, and so I don't mind paying any price for that because Mary worked really, really hard to get that to be what I envisioned, and it is perfect, but it got me in trouble, so I can't purchase any more items, but I can be gifted items. Gifts don't count. So, I'm in timeout for a little bit, and that's okay. I'm good until Christmas. I'm good until Christmas fabric comes out. So, you know what? Let's go. Roll out them Christmas trees. Let me see them. I'm ready for it. Let's go. Do what makes you happy. I'm here for it. So, I just realized it is August, and that was gross. I just realized that it is August, and I did not talk about my stats for the month of July. So let's go ahead and pull that up real quick. I didn't complete a lot in July. I did the Felici socks, the zebra yarn socks, and the paper crane socks. That's it. That's all I was able to finish in July. My Harry Potter socks just sat in their bag. I waited on yarn. It came in. I cast on, and then I set it aside. We had stuff that we were doing, so I didn't get to it a lot. So in July, I used 172 grams with those socks that I had made, those 3 pairs. And then with the Nanette Wake Studios and the 3 by the Sea Designs, I brought in 330 grams of yarn. Not even going to talk about my project bags. So for the month to date, I have 172 grams used, and for year to date, because of that purchase, I am at -9. So that will be easy to accommodate here in the month of August. We are already working on that with my Dudley Demented socks that I've already finished. So, yeah, I'm in timeout. Oops. Oh, well, it made me happy. It made me so happy, and I needed it, and I'm not ashamed. I'm just in trouble. All right, so then that's it for all my yarny stuff. There are a couple more things that I'm going to talk about here, though. Lisa of 72 Stitches, Amie of Happy Little Yarn, and myself, Lindsay of Lazy Lemon Creations, are going to be hosting a cow. We are calling it, I'm going to have it down here at the bottom of the screen. It does have a bad word in it, but it's going to be our cat's cow, okay? Cats will be knit. A is all, T is the, and S is a bad word that rhymes with knit. We are hosting our cow. It will be from September 23rd till November 30th, and it is your cow to get your done, okay? Get your projects done, get those gifts ready for Christmas. You know, it's going to be your motivational cow to just do what you can to get those projects finished so that when you go into the holidays, you're not stressed. And so if that's one project, if that's 15 projects, it doesn't matter. We are allowing whips and we are allowing crochet, but we will be doing that cow coming up in September, on September 23rd, the first day of fall. And you essentially have September, October, and November to get your in order. So, you know, we'll have that hashtag available for it, and I'm not sure if we're going to do prizes just yet. I believe we are. I think we're talking about doing some pattern prizes, but myself, Amie, and Lisa will work together a little bit more and get that set up to where we can figure out, you know, entries and everything like that if we decide to do prizes. But we are definitely hosting the cow because we just want, we think it's funny first off, and then we want people to be able to have that space to get stuff done for the holidays. And so that's what we're doing, and more about that will be coming as we get closer to the start of that. Sorry guys. So, life update. We got COVID. 2 weeks ago, we went to the beach. We had some stuff to do there, and a part of it ended up becoming a vacation. It was nice, but things needed to be done while we were down there. We ended up catching COVID, so we have been on the mend from that. All 4 of us in the family got it, so we are recovering from that. So that's why my voice is a little hoarse, and that's why my cheeks are really, really flushed. Like, I'm like, let's go. Get some color in me. I look dead. No, I'm still recovering. I no longer have a fever or anything like that. I'm no longer coughing that bad, but I still don't feel 100%, but I really needed to podcast, guys. Like, I have missed this. So I buckled down and I just decided to do it. So we got COVID and we are on the mend, but it is a good thing that we are on the mend because school starts next week for my daughter. She has open house on the 10th and she starts on the 14th. And we are very excited for her. She's going to be in the first grade. She's ready. She's happy. She asks me every single day, when can she go? Who is her teacher going to be? And so we're happy that next week she'll be going to school. And then my son, he'll start after Labor Day at preschool. And so when that happens, I will probably be able to do another podcast in August. But when my son starts his preschool in September, I will be doing my regular bi-weekly episodes because I won't have my kids here during the day and I'll be able to film, at 10 a.m. instead of at 10:30 p.m. So hopefully life gets a little easier for us when that comes along. But I appreciate all of you guys who are sticking around and waiting out for episodes. And I'm on episode 7. I was kind of hoping to be a little bit further than that at this point in the year, but that's okay. I'm going at my pace and what works for me, and I'm trying not to stress over not having an episode every 2 weeks. And life gets busy and that happens, and it's okay if it's a month out, and it's okay if it's 5 months out, and it's okay if you take years off. I mean, people do what they need to do for what's best for them and their families, and for me, sometimes it only means once a month. So we'll get to it when we get to it. And then, yeah, that's it. We'll get to it when we get to it. But that is life for us. We're just continuing to live out our days and doing a whole bunch of nothing. But I appreciate all you guys who have come back to watch my episodes. If you haven't already, go ahead and like and subscribe. I am almost at 100 subscribers. I'm really excited about that. But I want to thank you guys for watching, and I hope that I can catch you in about 2 weeks, maybe a month. Maybe a week. I don't know. Hopefully soon. But I hope you guys have a great time. Bye.